Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Playlist, where we talk about music, entertainment, and culture right here in Jamaica. I'm your girl Luna, and of course I've got my amazing co-host Jordy.
Big Lou's good.
And you guys must be like, you're in a different location today. You got an extra person in the studio with you. You might know him as Bushlot. You might also know him as Yaksta. Welcome to the show.
No, I like me.
Big up,
Like,
man. Come on.
All right, I want to dive right in and talk about your brand new track, Pond Island.
Yeah.
It was produced by Kabaka.
Yeah.
Were you like, I want to rub shoulders with a Grammy winner. I want to get some of that energy.
To be honest, it wasn't from that aspect. It was just more like the art.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you have some really maverick writers and artists that really and truly don't get the credit more and so, you know. And Kabaka is one of them, you know, exceptional writer, exceptional artist, exceptional producer the same way. But like most people don't get to know it and know him in that concept, you know. But it's like from last year when he released an album, his album I've been, posting it because it was to me was one of the best reggae albums been here for a while.
You believe in the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like from there, you don't know him, reach out to follow each other and you don't know just go and bless each other in and out already. And then he just send me some rhythm when I'm to Europe, come support me, I'm show them and from there the link just build, you know? Yeah, and for real still it's like I just think from the connection made, it was just from a pure place. So we just continue, we kept working. It's more than even one song.
So you have more.
Like about 15 songs, like literally all the rhythm them send me have a song pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the rhythm them bad. And
True.
it's like reggae need a new foot in now. It need a little twist. It just needs some more grit.
I'm happy you mentioned the current state of reggae. Before we were chatting before we turned the cameras on, but I want to include you guys right now.
Yeah.
You made a mention about reggae kind of becoming a little bit more commercialized.
Yeah.
How do you think that's impacting the potency and the value of the music?
All right. Before I have Dacx, I was a ballad. That
Okay.
did everything a ballad did. Right? I'm still on my journey in becoming. I'm even morphing into something much more phenomenal than what people might see me as now. You understand? Some say it's confused. Some say me confused, some say this, but me as a man, it's like you can't put me in a box and feel like I'm going to stay. I'm a free-spirited individual. But what has been a problem that I've seen from my point of view, I may be wrong, is that Rastafarianism was a way of life. And reggae was also a way of life that was sung and beat. You understand? People commercialize it, package it, and made it a business. Now people stop thinking about just the essence of the music that would actually bring the music and the business to them and just start thinking about just the business and not the music. So even though the music sound good, it is tailored in a way just for business. So you see the actual essence where you'd normally put in the song, it's dead.
Yeah, because I would agree with you. The commercial is it's almost like a filter for what you say.
Yeah.
Kind of filter out the true essence or
Yeah.
what reggae music is
It
about.
waters it down, it doesn't feel authentic anymore.
That is it. It's like, all right, it's almost like even with genders. A youth in an office would be much more appealing to parents. But the youth in the street is more appealing to the girl because it would have more of wisdom and truth.
Okay. I'm not so sure. I don't know how my parents would feel if I brought home.
Yeah, but you always tell yourself you're not the sometimes you're not the target, you know.
True,
You have a point
true.
because it's a what you're used to thing.
Yeah.
So obviously the lady, for example, would have a little keen interest on how the street you move, how you talk, them thing that it probably intrigue her a little bit more.
Yeah.
True,
You get me?
true,
Just
true.
in that regard. So Yaksta, I personally believe in I would say maybe I'm going to give the last decade in terms of a debut song is one of the best debut songs that I've heard come out of Jamaica.
Which
Personally, Ambition.
Ambition.
Yeah,
Ah,
I mean, I know you. I'm sure you've had other songs, but I think people, if them look at you,
No,
as,
man, if that's the best debut song for me, the
All
best
right,
debut
all
song.
right.
You can't find it
All right, so
boy.
we think one of the best debut
Yeah.
songs. And the message behind that song,
Yeah.
right? I'd like you to touch on it, if you could just maybe paint an image where you were at the time, because I always find that interesting about certain music. It's really have to do with your mindset of where you were at that particular moment.
Yeah.
So I would like to. So if you could share.
I was a hustler, you know, just to get into farming,
Yeah.
you know, and even with the farming, I had the idea and the knowledge of it, but the experience I never had.
Okay.
Because there was other people helping me. I was just the mind behind the whole project of that, isn't it?
Alright.
But you know, you have some artists that more come on something and they more cap. I don't believe in capping. Because if me can't do it for you, me not gonna say it, me do it for you. You get me I say? So it's like, with ambition, that encapsulates just me, you know, in a nutshell. I was actually thinking about myself. And in correlation to this social levity, I know people run down status and not life itself.
Yeah.
It was just mind-boggling to me at 25, 26 at the time.
Right.
Because now I'm closer to 30. You know, I might look like me about 40, but I'm not so old. I'm old. So I'm correct that from now, you know?
Yeah.
But ambition I just saw black, it was still like for black people.
Right.
I mean, can I say that out clear?
No, nothing wrong with that.
Because we are advertisers of brands
Right.
while spending our financial power on brands
On brands, yeah.
just to get a social status that is fictional. Because when you walk into a party, you get the love and the flamboyance and all the big word you can use to make you seem cool. But after the light lock off and the take them pull down, you're going back to mere mortal. So you have to keep capping on the internet just to make it seem like you live a life.
It's the way that, like, and pardon me if I'm wrong here,
Yeah.
which is like, I think you're also speaking about that the financial loop you can get caught in.
Yeah.
That whole social thing you can get caught in.
Overspending, the facade of,
without
you know.
like actually elevating, you just stuck in a loop, not even recognizing. Because that's one of the messages I got from the song, you know.
To be honest, we are in a loop. From once you're living in society, you're in a loop.
Yeah.
You understand? And we trade our time for money. And the essence of money is an idea to take your time from you. And the reason why we do that is to make somebody else who really and truly create and control the money live a better life than you. So really and truly, everybody's equal. But in order to make somebody not as equal or seems as equal to you, is to put them in tiers. And that's what society did. They divided us. But they keep on use the fuel, which is the letter, like the latter body or the mass, that don't understand them own spiritual power. So it's almost like to get the message across to them, you can't use certain jargons or context when you're wording a song. Because the mass populace, even the ones that read every single day, are still deaf to reality.
How do you kind of balance your belief in Rastafarianism and your belief in being, you know, you go by Bush Lord, but also you're rising in your career, you know, you're making more money now, you're getting better opportunities, you're wearing more branded things. How do you keep that balance and still stay true to yourself?
One time people don't be afraid, you know. Rasta rich, you know. Come in a poor thing, you know.
Hey, people need to forget to say I wasn't a poor man, you know.
Me in a greedy thing and a dirty livity. Big Benz and big house. But I'm not going to buy them there yet until me reach a more for reach. So I'm not going to cap to a girl just to make she celebrate me. To look up Coochie. To me, that not really have...
Or cap to your bridging.
Yeah, I cap to my bridging. It's like, me like what me like. You just dress me, you know, all the designers. I'm going to take off and put on back at the normal cargo pants because I feel comfortable there.
Yeah.
Some people is not comfortable in their skin because they live for opinions. I don't care. Today you say something about me today, you say the best thing about me tomorrow. People mind keep changing, just like our image. We keep evolving every single day. So for me personally, fame is vapor. Money is fictional.
Okay.
But that fictional power, you gain power in a social status. And if you're going to live in Babylon, you need money. Just like the jungle. Meat is the lion's currency. Here is money. So you need money. So the man who just believe in an ideology or way of life, if you want to live in society, you also need that. So two of them have to go hand in hand.
So what's your ultimate goal? What's your indicator of I've done enough of the capitalism side of things, I can live how I actually want to live now?
Yeah, well, capitalism can never stop if you live in a Babylon. So for me, we have to always find captivating way to be a capitalist, but not cap at capitalism. If you get what I say.
Yeah, lyrics.
No, watch this now.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Remember
You
that
heard
one.
it here first on the
I need to
playlist.
remember that one.
No, but watch this now. It's like, with that said, you have to really and truly live within your means same way. Because artists also has expenses. Some of them may act like it doesn't, but me not gonna take my hard-earned money and go buy no Benz. You go in an higher purchase, I don't want to call it. Or, you know something they call it, we take you out for a loan. A loan me I work with. You hear that? So yeah, and I just owe me a parade. A man not do it like me, you know. But me is not for the 100 of women them and living for the hype. I just live because me want to live.
I like that you said that you're not for the 100 women, you know,
Yeah.
and I know that some Rastas practice that and some artists practice that, but I appreciate the fact that you're saying I don't have to show my success by collecting women.
No, because I watch this now. When I sit down on an interview and lie, I have my phase. I've been through phase of understanding. But what I realize is that everybody's searching for a place of solace. We're all broken souls. We're all traumatic beings that don't know how to channel the energy there. And it's like when we're in a pool, worse in music, everybody's sleeping with everybody. So the dating is like you can walk in a party and literally one girl had 5 exes.
Yeah.
You get me I say?
Yeah.
So it's like just seeing them thing there and understanding me, I say, all right, Yaksta, this is not for you. Let me just go and be me.
But you also don't want everybody to be like, yeah, I know Yaksta,
Yeah,
I know
you know
Yaksta,
Yaksta, I know. I don't want to look at access. I say, I like it, I'm in a bush, I'm just all right, I made the bird them I sing, I'm pick them and mad me. We work with that.
And I think you remaining like authentic to yourself also just helps you to differentiate from you know,
true
artists of course, other artists of course, but just also from the, what should I say, the perception of what like artists are looked at, because you know a lot of people just think artists have money just straight up because them doing music, and obviously we're learned people who know that's not the case.
No, not the case.
It's not the case at all.
You get the fame, man, as I say now, because all right, what artists have is the
They have
the
popularity.
marketability.
Yeah.
Forget the money. Because remember, you're an art. You're a piece of art to John public. And you have to now make that accessible to people who want to buy. So you have to create a clientele or a client base, which we also call a fan base. Then now you have to also engage to make you their way of life to seem appealing. And when you do that now, that's how you get the money. But when you get the money now, we have to do the money. Because remember, you know, we are like sachets on a shelf. You go in, and from one time say, the moment you enter in front of the camera, you get the bus. Your time limited. You're going down now.
Window small.
And now in this microwave era, where everybody is just moving because everybody brain have ADHD because of the screen that we have.
Yeah.
You understand? It's like, we don't even social no more, but we're social.
Yeah.
You get my understanding? Social media give people so much power. And then because of how society is now, I would credit you have a Benz as an artist doesn't make you cool anymore, because a normal person work a normal 9 to 5 can take out a Benz like you. You get me I say?
So now the evil artists feel the need to up the ante too.
Yeah.
Because it's like we have to like make
differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
So now within this society where I go now, a man or a chap can really and truly live the same lifestyle as you. But the only thing is that now you can't just become an artist, you have to become a way of life to make people believe.
You made a mention of like you have to use patois, but you can't use certain jargon in your music in order to reach the right set of people. Explain that a little bit.
Ghetto people consume more music than anybody else.
Okay.
Mid-class purchase more tickets, right?
Okay.
And then you have the tier of society that doesn't want to mix, but want to be a part of entertainment.
So how does that work then? How do you as an artist find a way to reach those different tiers?
Me born in the ghetto. Me not try to be uptown no time.
So that's your core.
Yeah.
You know,
so for me personally, even though I don't live in the garage now, because as time progresses, you have to grow. Because certain people don't understand certain success.
True. And
people that doesn't have a vision, real and truly, keep returning. So you have to see them as space. But they don't know better. Because they will look at somebody else that is not of your ethnicity or your race and support them, but they'll tear you down. A Chinaman make more money than an artist, but them tax the artist more. Because of just the mindset of our society is.
It's just crab in a barrel.
And really and truly, I wouldn't say, I just think it's miscommunication with education and not leading the people into progressive pastures as leaders. We're not a leader.
True.
I can say that no matter if a JLP or PNP, we're not a leader. Because them not try better the people them.
You as Bush Lord, where did you get that name from, and do you kind of see yourself as somebody who's supposed to be a leader for other people who are from the garrison?
Me not like to lead. I too much work that.
You know what? Thank you.
Me don't want to lead, so don't be a leader.
Thank you. It's not everybody meant for
But we can tell you a thing still. I will not watch a group of people that, because me don't want to man of seminar. We might sing it, but me love people. You have to love people.
Yeah.
If you don't love people, then you have to lock yourself in some abyss. You get to me say and just be tormented all your life with your own self. Because we are a prison, you know. Because if it comes over and keep and make the thoughts consume me, real and truly, we are like in our head can be an asylum. For me still, with the leader point of view, is that as an artist, whether you like it or not, you are. Because people now see you as a role model.
You're influential. Everything you say has a lot of weight.
So when someone says, boy, they're not responsible for certain things, we are.
I was about to ask you, because not to cut your point, but like a famous line by Cartel, for example, is saying that if, Vibes Cartel is growing your children, you've already failed. That line, he said, that line already.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't believe, like, as somebody as is an artist, is in music, and his music is influential, I don't think he can take such a hard stance in that regard.
Again, it's still his point of view,
No,
he feels
fair.
To say that he's not the one that is responsible, because real and truly, as parents, he's supposed to real and truly
That's true.
supervise what you them do.
True.
But as an artist, you're also their parent, because I'm listening to you more than even them parents, because me not find my mother cool. You get me? I say, I'm not find my father cool.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like,
them are my role model. This is daddy and mom who
bro,
come
it's
home.
arguable the tiers of for children in terms of what they like consume every day is music, school,
And
parents.
Yeah.
TikTok is between them,
them things there, isn't it?
Social media.
How do you as a parent kind of juggle that with your kids? Because I'm sure your life is changing, not just for you, but also for your family. So how are you kind of mindful of what your kids are consuming while recognizing your influence over other people's kids?
All right. Because I'm come in and I'm not a strict parent per se. You get me? Because every single thing that I've learned while growing up, I had to unlearn. You understand? So all them academics and all them things that we used to get beaten for, I now realize that the most powerful tool in society, if you're living here, is money and understanding it. You understand? Not
Understanding
saying
how it works.
Yeah.
It can work
because
for you.
At the end goal, no matter which career you're going at, Jack on for sure, all these products is for money.
Yeah.
And then you have to understand your books and accounts.
Yeah.
For me personally, as a father, I make sure pour into the mothers. Right? So that the youth them can actually better.
Yeah.
Because I am now the lamb, me sacrifice. But when them go out and because there are certain things a mother cannot bring across to a youth because of how a baritone said. A mother can talk with passion because she have a mouth. But men do it with conviction. It's like just saying sit. It's a totally different thing. Sit!
I think and obviously there's a balance. There are certain things that a father cannot teach that a mother
can.
can.
You get me say? Because I have a tolerance for crying baby.
Yeah.
You can tell that me put it on making ball.
No, but there are studies that show that healthier and happier and more successful children come from a home where the mother is poured into.
Yeah.
Right? Because often you're on the road and she's the one that's with the kids and they bonded in that 9 months of pregnancy. So I respect you saying that actually, because I feel like a lot of people, like Nick Cannon, you just collect children from different women all over the place and it gets very chaotic, and then you wonder why your kids are up to some unscrupulous activities, let's say.
Sometimes, it's like, we have to really actually understand, most men are predators by nature.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
But the females now is taking up the role. Because the average girl now in Jamaica are 3, 4, 5 men. And then by the time they reach 30 or 35, they wonder why. Because the more souls you collect, your potency of a female now start move to anxiety. Because every hurt that you get, you don't have a processes because you know is a more emotional fueled machine opposed to a logical thinking machine. Men may think with them dick, but logically, you never think about the front. Sorry if I said the bad word.
It's okay. He'll beep it. It's okay. It's okay. No, but like there's validity to what you're saying, and I feel like it also goes for men though. They need to take the time to process what's going on so that you can be a better person. The same way how you said you've unlearned a lot of what occurred in your childhood. I feel like a lot of people don't realize in order to evolve, in order to do better, got to take a step back, do some introspection.
Yeah. And the next thing too, with man, to see him, you have to really actually take time out to actually understand a woman. Because them keep changing every day. It's like a female is a patient party. But I don't want a woman to actually look at traditional husband or expect a traditional man inside their head and you're not traditional. You'll get the same street boy who just come run through you and move. Because really and truly, men also want comfort. Man like Pampine same way, you know.
Yeah.
Man like really and bust some bump and them face and run head top and them
Man,
same
man,
way.
like
Yeah, remind them about them things.
yeah,
Them not talk. So, who talk?
I
So since them
don't
never
lie.
cuss me, them man who talk, them just talking straight and plain and say, yeah. So I like them things too, man. I like gift too, and them something. So it's like when I get Bridget.
Yeah.
Why man good? We get. Man like we get on class.
If you get me like a crack, life nice.
You heard it here first,
Mad
guys.
thing, yeah.
Yaksta, treat him a little nice, a little close, a little something.
No, me spend by my woman still,
That is it.
Yeah, woman forget money, But when them a woman, not a girl, because I don't give girl money. I give a woman money. A woman,
balance.
Yeah, because real and truly, it's like, if a female cannot duplicate $10, then real and truly as a man, you lose, because most man, real and truly, can make the money, but it's not good with it.
Not good with it, yeah.
You get me?
True.
Yeah, so, pause.
In the last couple of years as you've evolved in your career, who has given you some good advice as to how to manage your money, how to deal with the public opinion, how to deal with your fans, how to deal with everybody kind of wanting to know your business and saying you should do this, but you have your own personal views on how things should go?
Big up Roger. Yeah, my manager. Isn't it? Yeah. In terms of financial education, different from what I knew, he also, bestow some knowledge on that same way. Yeah, I just want to say big up Gilby to see me, Gilby. And big up Smokehouse, and big up Black Revelation, and big up Bush Music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and big up Shockwave, and big up Sanjay Nigos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think time itself also teaches you how to.
Experience.
With experience. You see me? But from all the time, I was always into business.
Okay.
I just never did business in school. You get me?
I mean, you literally about the farming. You were always
man,
there.
about the money and them things. Yeah, I'm there's another poorest thing with them, my friend.
And neither should you be.
Yeah.
So that work.
Yeah.
A lot of people step into the music industry and forget that there's actually a business side of things we need to be very serious about.
Intricate about there, because really and truly, if you don't know the business, you're going to get robbed.
All right, so first of all, great social commentary. But you know me, I go get to the music now.
Yeah.
So as I said, I believe that you have a interesting, I would call it hybrid. I don't know what you want to call it.
Hybrid.
I would call it some hybrid music because it's not only just based on the reggae sound, but you also have there's a dancehall element to it. You get me? Just like you say, you're a dancehall
conscious music and go on reggae beat.
So I would want to know, especially in your formative years, who were the artists you look to?
Vibes Cartel, Alkaline, Louis Culture, Eminem.
Ooh.
Eminem surprises me, actually.
Yeah.
Why Eminem?
Real and truly, as it's a poet, you can't say the word now, but if you say it, there's no matter. Poetic justice.
Yeah.
You see how Eminem give you a vivid walkthrough with lyricism.
Paint a picture.
Yeah. Paint a picture. And that is not easy.
No, it's not.
We read Kendrick Lamar, we read Popcorn. Before him, Chronic Lamar be our
would be with you.
Before that, Chronics, a great inspiration. Kabaka, I made a listen Kabaka long, but we never understand some of my earlier songs, them kind of talk about some hieroglyphics and whole part.
Kabaka used to actually be a rapper.
We never understand it. But as him evolve, we start getting it more. Because at that time, mentally I wasn't there where he was at the time. Jimmy Cliff,
Okay.
Shabba, Beanie, Bunty, Busy.
I saw that word right,
Yeah.
All the artists you've named, I see where the music lead is.
Yeah, man, Sasko.
Of course, man. Sasko, very underrated artist.
Yeah.
All right, so in that now, I'm always interested in the process. So what about a rhythm that first have to catch you? Is that thing where you have to stay with it over time? You have to maybe, sit down there and...
So, you send me a rhythm, I'm going to walk in the booth and do a song half of the head.
Right.
You don't write down your lyrics or anything? It's just whatever? Okay.
Some of them. Some. Ambition was written. Quite a few, but since recent years, I just walk in the booth and I'm feeling to sing. Yeah, but it's you have days when we really and truly sit down and think about some stuff. The simpler songs are the one that takes me the longer. The one with the whole of lyrics comes easy because from once I start flow, I don't know. It's like the universe has unlocked something in your head.
Stream of consciousness.
Yeah, you just run through like a bus pipe. You get me? Yeah, but in terms of creation, I'm always creating. There's always a sound in my head. Like even now, why isn't me can't even keep my foot steady? It's because there's always something inside of my head. So me have to try move me toward them to remember. That's how me create. I don't know about the next man, you know? And you use my finger them move is because while we talk, me use conversation with music. So if you say one line to me, I will use that one line and create the entire song.
Oh, okay.
So in order to remember, I say the same thing in my head over and over again. And as soon as I'm going and turn on my boombox or the radio, speaker or whatsoever, I'm just start right.
How do you know when a song is finished? It's ready for public consumption now.
When we can't find a fault.
Okay. Do you have a set of people that you run the song past? Yo, what do you think of this?
Of course, man. Having team.
Some people they're like, I'm putting this out.
But me still, if them nobody is still, it's not that I have music, you know, but me a man, as me done it, me just want to road, you know. Because we don't know if we just go in and put in the publishing and all them stuff there already, man, it's alright. But everything takes structure. And sometimes you may have a momentum building, because the type of song that you put out after may kill the momentum. Because people like consistency of monotony. You get me? The more monotonous an artist is, that brings familiarity to the listeners.
But that boxes you in.
Yeah, but when we say alright, watch this. A man that sing consciousness and jump on a dancehall beat is most likely to get chastised. But a person will sing sex in many different ways and many different rhythms that sound the same, and you never get tired. It's all based on the individual and where they are in their consciousness.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
But when I say monotony, I talk about the topics,
because it's not necessarily I know
the tone. I talk about the tone.
Yeah.
Talk about like the topic. You understand? And then
you
just take a little time and go up. Because I get beaten. Can put out Fit Life one time and the whole Jamaica cuss me. I'm just work with it. That's alright. The more you but next year I come back again. Work.
How do you manage that? Like, I never understand how artists can deal with everybody just attacking them in such a negative way. How do you deal with that?
Flick off your internet, man.
Me no business.
You don't care?
Me no business. You can't chat to you and chat me busy though. That not change the price of rice. I don't care.
That's actually a line I say all the time. Actually, don't change the price of rice.
You're not gonna change the price of rice. Like, look, 100 years from now, all of us in the room may not be here and hurt. And we may not even be remembered. So why should I waste 1 minute when I have to live? I know one day I go dead. Few waste and comment. Move, yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy? I am already a legacy. I'm a monument. What will happen after me that I don't know. But what I would want my children to do is to continue that legacy so that they don't have to stuck within the working space of being an employee and not an employer.
As in continue the legacy with music or just with the business?
Whatever they want. So, because some of them don't want to sing, but them what more thing on this does bring on the brand Yaksta. That's how they do them type of music.
That's what, thank you, Luna, for the legacy thing, because the message in the music, which I always find interesting, because, for example, I feel like, especially nowadays, not going to say because certain things are trendy, which they are. We can go into all of them things there about, scamming this, whatever that in terms of, but the message, I think a message in music is still important. And the songs I've listened to you and heard from you, they come with a message. And if you'd like to break down what that message is for the people who aren't that familiar with Yaksta, what do you think?
Which song you don't want me to break down?
Your message in general.
You could be a message in general, but
who do you make music for?
Everyone. But it's not everyone will like my message though.
Fair.
You get what I'm saying? But one thing I can say, when it's not nonsense, who have sense will listen to get something from that statement that was said. I think it is very important that when you do a work of art, it makes an impact for a lifetime and not a moment. You must make a lifetime moment and not a moment, but we also have to live in the moment because we just have one lifetime.
True.
You get me? So sometimes just creating, I'm thinking about, all right, Jesus for your sake. Let me use Jesus for example. That man who was walking at the time, I would never know that this time in legacy or whatsoever,
Would be what it is.
would then carry on. So sometimes we're doing music now. And who to tell that one day I may become a religion?
Yeah.
Bob Marley is a religion. Reggae music is a religion. Even it's a movement.
Yeah.
Because people go to that music to also make money, find a way of life, find peace, burn ganja. It's like a social doctrine.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, remember now it's waves, sound waves. Me and you right now is not even solid. We're just waves of energy that comes together and make a body and all the good things that we are talking about. It's like you have to make a legacy be transcendent, not just to your people, but also universal. People in different languages also needs to know and want to learn about themselves. And many people are taught in a particular way that they're just robots living with a family. You see me? So, yeah.
As someone who makes reggae/dancehall music, and as someone who goes and performs internationally, why do you think it is that reggae music translates the way it does with a European audience? Because some argue that reggae music isn't supported enough locally, but the second you touch foot in England, in Germany, in Italy, they love it. They eat it up. You guys, I've heard other reggae artists speak to the level of respect they get there. They don't get anything close to that at home.
Because most people can't relate. I sing culture music and I'm like it. Laba sing culture music and I'm like it's all you bring towards the people. People consciousness is not the same as in the 80s and 90s. Back then, they were more oppressed. But no, we are more mentally attacked. So you have people that feel like they're actually free, but they are not. Your home is a prison, because they pay for it.
So then we're forever stuck. Like, where am I going to live?
Where you gonna live?
Yeah.
You gonna live as the same way,
Okay.
But you can choose to live in the hills if you want. But there's no say, if you want the luxury of mobility, then it comes with a price. But what you're paying for, or what you're paying it to? You're paying all this so some set of people can live above you. If you take them down from the above, they're just like you. Because them tell us that the place overpopulated, but when you fly in a plane and look on Jamaica, it's bush.
Yeah.
It's 3/4 bush. When they're foreign and drive over, I fly over any country, you just land there. All the people in the world could have fit in Texas in America. The whole of New York can fit in Jamaica and still leave space.
This Jamaica?
Yeah. Jamaica big enough.
I wish, but I know.
When I lie, that traffic here tell me different.
A little bit. It's
But same
tricky.
in New York. You go New York and see New York something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man, but yeah, it's just that impressive, It's like we have to just try to understand and just know if you're here, it comes with a consequence. But what you must not do is limit yourself of imagination. It's like not because you get comfort simply means you're not supposed to want to find out who you are. And the thing about understanding society and life, it can also be lonely because people that are still in it don't want to eject from that matrix.
Right.
But when they do, them find themselves better.
Okay,
Real life
so
change, Yeah.
we're going to run through a little bit of I know say is this a game, just this or that.
Yeah.
About like so. All right.
There are no wrong answers.
There's no wrong answers.
There's no
Trust
wrong
me,
answers.
there's no wrong answers.
The pressure is not on.
Yeah.
Don't
So
worry.
so is a this or that dancehall/reggae.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start. I'll start. Sizzler or Caputan?
Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Okay.
I want your reasoning.
Yeah.
Eh?
I want your
Why?
reasoning why.
Why?
Yeah.
Caputan is from my parish.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody that I highly respect.
Yeah.
Also listen to. Still emulate.
Yeah.
But with Sizzler, I think there's a point in my life that was only him allowed me to listen.
Okay.
Like him, all the albums and how it make me feel, it felt more like home. Like him understand me.
Okay.
You get the message.
Yeah.
So there's certain songs that Capitan would do, but me doesn't just never delete half of my plays them. But like some of the no songs them physically I may not listen. But at one point from 2011, 2012, 13, it was just straight Sizzler, even though Gaza and everything was running at the time. It was just him.
But even in terms of the influence of just him, because he did obviously strong reggae act, but also had dancehall elements towards him. So I can understand why that influenced you a lot. All right.
Bob Marley or Dennis Brown?
Bob.
Why?
You see the music of Bob though? It's like gospel, ghetto gospel, but in a universal context. You understand? And I think the marketers behind Bob Music did an exceptional job back then. Them sure you say you could use a different language from a set of people that is on a tiny island and make an impact in the world. Because literally, you know, there's three Jamaica, you know. You see in Bolt, Bob Marley and Jamaica.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah.
I know, and just overall, like, I credit Bob in terms of our industry. Like, him is a great builder. Like, without him, I don't think none of this. I talking even reaching down to what we do here in Jamaica, like this podcast here and our show. I don't think none of this exists without him. That's how big influential I think he is across the
world. Him do it, man. Him do it.
All right.
Big up Dennis, though.
Oh, no, that, of course, no doubt. All right. Feel like this one. Feel like I know that this one. Want to kill or beat him?
Beat him.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
I beat it.
Beat him, I'm a G still, you know.
Yeah.
But me rate Bunty.
Oh, no, obviously.
Like to the max, because, all right, if we go political, what I forget Bunty is the slow artists that them actually create.
Oh,
that
yeah.
can also influence you.
Yeah.
But Beanie, you know, from the time I know him until now, he teach me a lot of things.
Oh, naturally.
The music, Big Dread, don't do this when you go up on the stage. All right, sing the way here. Then just do a song the other day. All right, how do this? It's like, him show me a lot of love.
A lot of mentorship.
Yeah, so it's almost like you don't know, you know? It's just natural.
Man.
Yeah.
With Beanie, you had mentioned that he has brought up a lot of artists. Is that something that you see yourself eventually doing, kind of mentoring?
Bounty, yeah.
Is that something you see someday?
Because, you have youth like Celestial. You have some youth like Jazz Elise. Yeah. You have youth like, you have some youth like Nine Binds. You have some youth like Banks. It's like the music want more voices. And I think the problem what we have now is conscious topics with big flex of egos in one small space. I just think most of us are hypocrites.
Oh,
you see me?
Speak on it.
Yeah. And when I say that, I say that I'm a business neither. Because I go there and I see it and I say, all right, boom.
You're amongst.
Yeah. I think most of us compete too much.
Alright.
It's like if we use it, that method, that energy of competition to just make it better, we can be rivals in our music, you know, for make it. So for instance, I do a collaboration. To make it bad, I like when an artist push out him effort and find some witty lines. There's a, hey boy, listen up. So his song come out bad. But when a man literally know, like, you hear me, yo, DJ, you want to go and I will talk on social media, and then when we meet in real life, it's like some cartoon thing. Hey, dude.
Stand
here, dude. Me a bad word out here. You know?
Yeah.
Straight up.
But other than that, still, I think we have all the artists that we need. We just need the... And it's okay for one for part of everybody, you know, because and everybody have a mesh. I understand that. But for the sake of the music sometimes...
Get along.
Yeah, because the more collaborations is the more interest. The more new sounds, the more cadences and keys that actually combine give new sounds. Yeah.
All right, so I have just one more.
Yeah.
The artist. And I feel like this one might get a little more time. Buju or Gang?
Eh?
Buju or Gang?
I got my dad, man. Big up, man. Maybe I got my dad.
All right, cool.
Yeah, big up. But big up Buju see me, because I don't know.
No, of course.
You know, say, for the slow artists to see me, big up Buju, because I listen to Buju, even to know, I still the whole Buju tune them.
Right.
But gang my dad.
Yeah.
Our last question for you, is there any new music or any new projects you have coming out soon that you want to tell your fans about?
Alright, so since of lately I've been releasing a lot of songs like Rang Bang, Walk Inside My Shoes that has been doing extra.
Walk Inside My Shoes is one good, yeah.
Yeah, we have Panda Island that recently released, produced by Baby Rap Music and Bush Music. Kabaka, the big bad producer. The song is a hit song, I'm going to say that's the first.
True.
And we have Conscious Badness, which after the
Chronicle,
album.
Law Boss.
And we also have Ceasefire, Law Boss coming soon.
You're working.
Yeah, man. As you should, as you should.
It's like, it's not like me never been at work, you know. It's just that there was an hiatus, and then you have a dip, and then you have to learn now how to mark.
Things have to sort, yeah.
You get me? So I took some time, even I was touring and putting out music, but whenever they put out to me, like, just make some people who have some song for me, just go and release them. But just expect an EP, album, and mixtape, my next album. Maybe me drop all for the next year, because I have too much music.
And if you drop them,
let us know.
one of the place them.
See? Room, man.
Bushlord.
That is it.
Before we finish, I'd love if you could give your fans, a little vote of thanks. You're the Bushlord, after all, they look to you for,
Yeah. So hear me I say now, stay out of trouble. See me? and spend the money with me.
Yeah, that is it.
Love and light, is it?
That is it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This has been The Playlist with our extra special guest, Yaksta, aka Bushlon.
Yes,
I've been your girl, Luna. And of course, we've got Jordy here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Big shout out to Jacana. Love you, babe. Thanks for letting
Appreciate
us film here. Catch you on the next one.